Hallelujah. The Lord be with you. Proclamation from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. The disciples had forgotten to bring bread, and they had only one loaf with them in the boat. Jesus enjoined them, "Watch out, guard against the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod." They concluded among themselves that it was because they had no bread. When he became aware of this, he said to them, "Why do you conclude that it's because you have no bread? Do you not yet understand or comprehend? Are your hearts hardened? Do you have eyes and not see, ears and not hear? And do you not remember when I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000, how many wicker baskets full of fragments you picked up?" They answered him, 12. "When I broke the 7 loaves for the 4,000, how many full baskets of fragments did you pick up?" They answered him, 7. He said to them, "Do you still not understand?" The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So, my dear brothers and sisters, praise be Jesus Christ. Amen. So yesterday we started reading from the letter to James. And so we went back to the New Testament, but it's just short-lived because it's only yesterday and today. So from tomorrow, we enter into a special period, so the period of Lent. And so we will not read anymore from this pastoral letter, the so-called pastoral letter of St. James, because we will go on with a special period of Lent up to May 19th. So from May 19th, that is May 21st, so we'll pick up from here, from where we have stopped. And we will start from chapter 4. And then we continue with this special letter. And it is a letter addressed to all people. So it's addressed to us. It's addressed to the entire community. It's not addressed to specific people as maybe the other letters. And so in this, our liturgy today, so St. James talks about a common understanding that sometimes happens in our lives. So whenever I fall into a temptation, whenever someone falls into a temptation, one says, maybe God has tempted me, or God has allowed me to fall into that particular situation. So St. James clarifies, and he says that God cannot tempt us. He doesn't tempt us. But on the contrary, he wants us to understand that we have been given that opportunity by God, and the opportunity that we have been given is that opportunity to fight, more especially to fight against all the other temptations. So instead of saying that God is leading us into a temptation, so we should say that God allow me or help me to get out of this situation in which I am. So we many times walk into situations ourselves. And then after that, so are we able to take the consequences, or maybe just to face the consequences as pertains that particular situation in which I find myself? And so if St. James admonishes us to be strong. And being strong means that we fight the temptations, and after fighting temptations, at the end of it all, we receive the crown. So that's what he just admonished us in today's first reading. And so the need for us to understand that what we are going through, it might be maybe a strive in marriage, it might be a strive in my discernment process, it might be a strive in parenting, the strive at work, the strive in relationships, and all that. So it calls us that we understand that he is there to support us. So God is there to support us. So ours is only to go to him and ask him that he helps us so that at the end of it all, we receive the crown. And in the gospel of today, so Jesus reminds his disciples. So this is after he had fed the 4,000. And after feeding the 4,000, so he wants to assure the apostles that he is the in charge. And if he's the in charge, so they shouldn't be so much worried about so many other things around them. So then they have to focus on him. So he being in charge, he's able to do all that. And that's the reason as to why he asks them all those questions that he put to them. And so let us allow God to be the order of everything in our lives. And once we allow him to be the order, then we will avoid worries. We will avoid concerns in our lives, and just focus on him. Let him put everything in place in our lives. And so let Lent, this period of Lent, let it be a moment for us to allow God to take charge as we prepare to start this special period of discipline, I can call it. And it's a long retreat of about 6 weeks. And so it's a moment for us to renew ourselves. And so today, being such a special Tuesday, so some people refer to it as Fat Tuesday, others refer to it as Pancake Tuesday. Some people refer to it as Muddy Grass. So others call it Shrub Tuesday, because we are supposed to prepare ourselves more so spiritually. And preparing ourselves spiritually goes with our going back to the Lord. So asking for mercy, asking for forgiveness, asking for the strength so that we can enter this exercise, we can start this period with a focus, with a plan. And so he calls us to think about that. So today, as we prepare ourselves to start the special exercise tomorrow, so may he continue being at the center of all our activities and support us so that at the end of Lent, so we will say, so we have benefited, and these are the fruits that I've actually acquired throughout this period. So I want to take this chance to wish you well as we warm up to start this a special moment of grace, that it may be a fruitful period for us all, and for all those we will make sacrifices for the apostolate, for the benefactors, and also all those who share in this spirituality, and all the families involved. Praised be Jesus Christ. Amen.